So it begins, the transfer war that we've all been expecting. Newcastle against Man United for Benjamin Sesko. We knew this was coming. We were expecting this. It was always going to be a bidding war between these two clubs for one of the most hyped strikers in Europe right now, Benjamin Sesko. Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. We've got breaking transfer news today and it's huge. So make sure you stick around. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. And if you're not already a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, what you're waiting for, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest developments and more from one single daily dose. Okay, so let's just jump straight into today's show. It's the weekend, it's Saturday morning, and we've had breaking news hot off the press, and that is Newcastle United have submitted a bid for Benjamin Sesko. United haven't still submitted a bid yet. They've made a formal offer to Leipzig worth 75 million euros plus add-ons in the region of about 5 million euros. This is the exact valuation that Leipzig have for Benjamin Sesko. So they're meeting their valuation. They're saying, yes, we meet your valuation. Let's now get to the nitty-gritty and sort this out and sell us the player. But is it that straightforward? We've heard Man United have already contacted Leipzig and said to them, if any offer comes in from any other club, do not sell Benjamin Sesko without giving us an opportunity to match that bid and valuation. That's what United were waiting for. United have already got the green light from Benjamin Sesko. His representatives have spoken to Man United and said that he's open to move to Man United. But will the Newcastle deal offer him more when it comes to wage, when it comes to other incentives, and will his head be turned? We were confident. In fact, Man United have been confident at the signing of Benjamin Sesko. We heard yesterday from certain reports, certain sources, that United behind the scenes were confident that they can get this deal done with Benjamin Sesko. But a lot happened yesterday. We had Liverpool go in and make a crazy £120 million plus offer for Alexander Isak, who is currently the Newcastle striker, the only major striker they have at the club. And this, of course, just simply panicked Newcastle, and Newcastle knew that they had to go and bring in somebody else as a replacement before Liverpool turned up again on the doorstep knocking with more money. Isak has made it clear he wants out, he wants to go to Liverpool, he doesn't want to hang around at Newcastle any longer, and therefore Newcastle are in desperate times. They need a striker to replace Isak before he leaves, and that's essentially what they've said to Liverpool. They've said behind the scenes, not formally, but behind the scenes, they've said to Liverpool, look, we need to get someone in before we can actually agree to selling Isak. And Liverpool have been made aware of this, and hence why they're not going to make a second bid immediately. They're going to wait. They're going to wait until Newcastle can sort themselves out with a striker. And the most obvious choice, if you look around Europe, would be Benjamin Sesko for Newcastle. And the reason being is because Isak and Benjamin Sesko are very similar. Very tall, lanky strikers, but very good technically, great finishing ability. However, United have seen this opportunity with Sesko and thought, right, we need a bit of this. We need a striker. Why not go in there and get Benjamin Sesko? And we've heard that this interest from United is being pushed by the recruitment manager, Christopher Vivell. He knows Leipzig really well. He's worked with the RB structure before, and he's worked with Sesko and Haaland before, and he knows what they're capable of, and he wants Sesko desperately to come to United. He is telling the United board that this opportunity cannot be missed. They need to pull their fingers out, put their money where their mouth is, and go and get Sesko. Hence why he's pushing and driving this deal. Will this be a determining factor going forward? How will Sesko react to Vivell coming after him and Newcastle? Will Vivell have that trump card? That's what we're hoping for. As Man United fans, we're hoping this is the determining factor that makes Sesko look over at United and think, I'd rather join United. But there's another huge twist in this transfer saga, and that is Rasmus Højlund. Yes, you might be thinking, Rasmus Højlund, what's he got to do with Benjamin Sesko, Newcastle and everything? Rasmus Højlund has been touted by Leipzig as a replacement for Sesko. In fact, we've we've heard from sources that Leipzig would love the idea of a swap deal with Sesko going one way and Højlund going the other way. What do you think about that? Drop your comments below. Would this interest you? Would you offload Højlund and take Sesko, or would you just walk away from this deal? Would you think it's too much money right now? United haven't got 75 million plus to spend on a new striker. Would you rather United go spend that money on buying a striker, or maybe a cheaper striker, and also buying a midfield player? That's what some Man United fans are saying. They're saying, look, we'd rather Man United take that money, be clever about this. Let's not spend all our money on one striker. Go and buy a lesser striker, maybe someone who's cheaper, someone who's proven, like Watkins, for around 40 million. Then take the rest of that money and put it into a midfielder. What are your comments? Drop your comments below. Man United fans, we're talking to you guys. You need to have your say in this. What do you think about this deal with Sesko? We'll bring you all the developments on this transfer as and when we get it. It is fast paced. It's moving very quickly. We're hour by hour. We're tracking this down. It could happen now. It could happen in an hour's time. It could happen tomorrow. You never know what Sesko is going to turn around and say. It is just tense times right now. Let's just, fingers crossed, wait and see what comes out of Benjamin Sesko's camp, because that will be the determining factor in all of this transfer. Where does Sesko want to go? Moving to other transfer news, sales out. United have said that they will get the money to get the Sesko deal done. They're not worried about getting the money because they can still make the sales after they do the Sesko deal. They're more than likely going to sell Garnacho to Chelsea. Chelsea are looking to bid around 30 million for Garnacho and take him off United's hands. What do you think to that? I mean, 30 million for Garnacho, a future star? I mean, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I genuinely am thinking this is probably not a good deal for United. But then again, some fans might be thinking, no, let's get rid of Garnacho. He's useless. He's not doing anything at United, not willing to play for United. Of course, there's other players like Anthony that are definitely going to get sold. He's not in Amarin's plans. And there's Malacia as well. Left back, not needed. He will definitely get sold, probably on a loan deal. And of course, there's Jadon Sancho, who's already got one foot at the door. We're going to keep you updated on all the latest on the outgoings as well, so make sure you hit the like button on this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe. You were watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.